again, parents. Our group conducted some magnet experiment. This experiment was done to find out if temperatures of magnets affected strength.
We use magnets in our everyday lives. Hard drives that store data in your computers, speakers, headphones, and refrigerators are just a few examples. Scientists use magnets in extreme weather conditions like space, freezing temperature of the Arctic, or maybe even the blazing temperatures of the sandy deserts in Death Valley.
This science fair experiment was done to find out if magnets could function in extreme temperatures. Our independent variables were magnets at about 30 degrees Fahrenheit and 200 degrees Fahrenheit. We chose these temperatures because water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit and boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Before conducting the experiment, we researched how magnets work. We learned that not all metal objects have a magnetic force, or push or pull. Only ferromagnetic objects have a magnetic force. These ferromagnetic objects have magnetic domains, which are like tiny magnets with the north and south pole. All these magnetic domains are lined up and pointing in the same direction, which causes the magnetic force.
My hypothesis is heating the magnet will cause it to have a low magnetic force. But cooling it, the magnet will have a higher magnetic force.
My hypothesis is that if the magnet is colder, then the magnetic force will be stronger.
For this experiment, we used the following materials: 3 large magnets, 3 thermometers, 2 boxes of paper clips, a freezer, a burner, tongs, and safety gloves.
To measure and compare the results of our experiments, we had a control throughout all 3 trials of our experiment. Our control was the magnets at room temperature, which was 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
To set up our experiment, we kept 1 magnet and thermometer at room temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 at boiling temperature about 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and 1 in the freezer about 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
To conduct the experiment, we held small paper clips on a plate and set each independent variable on it. For the hot magnet, we held safety clips and a tong. Then, we counted how many paper clips were attracted to the magnet and recorded the data.
The results showed that the magnet that was 20 degrees Fahrenheit had the strongest magnetic force. A magnet that was 100 degrees Fahrenheit had the weakest magnetic force. The findings to our experiment can help us because it can help us understand why things work. For example, compasses, wedding technology, and even roller coasters.
In conclusion, we found that when heating the magnets, the molecules in the object spreads apart and becomes messy. The magnetic domains in the ferromagnetic objects no longer face the same direction, which makes the magnetic force weaker. We also learned from research that each ferromagnetic object has a Curie point, named after Pierre Curie, which means that the objects no longer have a magnetic force. For this to happen, the temperature of the magnet has to be over 1,300 degrees Celsius.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
How do we choose the topic for the science fair? I mean, those are very complicated topics.
How do we choose the topic for the science fair? Jeffrey, would you like to take that?
That's a very good question.
How do you choose the topic, my friend? Do you remember? How did we choose the topic?
I remember.
Theodore, how did we choose our topic?
We choose our topics by voting.
So do you have a choice? Do you have a choice of several topics?
Yeah. And then we voted which one, and whoever got the highest votes would get it. But if people had different ideas, like some of them were not equally voted for, yeah. The teacher, Miss Kim, chose which one got to be the top. There were 2 groups, so that means 2 topics.
Thank you, Peter. Any other questions?
I have a question. So it seems like you guys did a lot of research. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what all kind of research did you folks do? To
To
study about this, find out more information. What is it
see-
that you did?
to see if the temperature of the magnet just decreases or increases the magnetic strength.
No, but how did you find out about, say, where did you read about Curie and other things? Did you just go to your computers? Or you went to the library? What did you do?
We found it in our research.
Where did you find, how did you find it?
Because we were reading all over the research.
Where did you get the research from, sweetie? Did you go to the library? Did you ask anyone at home to help you? Explain.
I asked my dad to help me.
Any other questions?